the world of volcanology has been on the erupting Mauna Loa volcano in Hawaii. However, on the one-year anniversary of a destructive eruption at the Semeru volcano in Indonesia, another damaging eruption occurred. On December 4th of 2022, Semeru began producing a series of unusually long-traveling pyroclastic flows which rapidly swept down its flanks at a speed of more than 150 kilometers per hour, going on to travel up to 7.5 kilometers away from its summit. However, as the minutes progressed, the size of explosions and lengths of pyroclastic flows continued to increase until a record-setting eruption occurred. At about 11 a.m. local time, a continuous subplinian eruption occurred, sending a plume of ash high into the atmosphere. Part of the lava dome subsequently collapsed, releasing a pyroclastic flow which swept down a riverbed, destroying many structures adjacent to it. As the pyroclastic flow made a slight turn at a distance of 12 kilometers away, a camera which recorded the whole sequence was destroyed. Then, 2 hours later, an even more energetic pyroclastic flow passed the same spot, going on to travel up to 18.7 kilometers or 11.6 miles away from Semeru's summit, marking its longest pyroclastic density current on record. The aftermath of this flow showed a destroyed and scorched landscape where it touched, and in some areas more than 1 meter or 3 feet thick of still steaming pyroclastic material was deposited on the ground. As the eruption plume drifted away from the volcano to the west, it caused ash to rain down over a wide area. What had just occurred was an unusually large volcanic and perhaps subplinian eruption of the Semeru volcano, which was nearly identical to its destructive eruption exactly 1 year ago. Although the 2021 eruption caused a number of casualties, this eruption has so far not caused any, although this fact is still uncertain. Whereas the 2021 eruption occurred without much warning, the latest eruption occurred after a series of increasingly voluminous flows, which when combined with the fact that many at-risk areas were completely or near completely evacuated, may have led to no casualties occurring. The fact that an eruption is ongoing, Semeru's alert level was raised to its highest level, aka from a 3 to a 4, and an extended evacuation radius was implemented. This exclusion zone encompassed an area around the entire volcano to a distance of 8 kilometers from Semeru's summit, in addition to a distance of 19 kilometers along a prominent drainage to the southeast and within 500 meters of it. I had reported on early warning signs of a near-future explosive eruption at this volcano all the way back on October 30th. Although Semeru was already erupting at the time, it underwent a period of rapid uplift indicating the influx of a new and large batch of magma. Over a span of several days, the volcano was pushed upwards by a rate of approximately 2 centimeters or 4/5 of an inch each day. Then, for a period of more than 30 hours straight, sensors recorded a continuous harmonic tremor, which is generally caused by the rapid movement of magma and volcanic gases, often preceding a volcanic eruption. At the time, I specifically predicted that an explosive eruption which was larger than Semeru's December 4, 2021 eruption would occur, and this is exactly what happened. Although the aforementioned tremor and uplift would eventually pause, it went on to reappear around 12 days ago. As pressure built up underneath Semeru's active lava dome, it soon reached an overpressure situation. This caused the overlying rock to fracture and then partially collapse, generating the eruption which just occurred. I want to remind everyone who lives near Semeru that its eruption is still not over. More long-traveling pyroclastic flows could occur with little or no warning, so please stay away from the volcano.
first time in 40 years as an eruption moved into a rift zone, the U.S. Geological Survey said. Waves of orange, glowing lava and smoking ash gushed and shot Monday from the world's largest active volcano in its first eruption in 38 years, and officials told people living on Hawaii's Big Island to prepare for the worst-case scenario. Mauna Loa's eruption did not immediately endanger cities, but the U.S. Geological Survey warned about 200,000 people on the Big Island that eruptions could be very dynamic, and the location and advancing lava flows can change quickly. Officials told residents to prepare to evacuate if a lava flow began heading toward populated areas. The eruption began late Sunday at the top of the caldera of a volcano on the Big Island, the U.S. Geological Survey said. By Monday morning, it said the lava flow did not pose a threat to local communities. Ken Hun, scientist in charge of the Hawaii Volcano Observatory, said air quality could deteriorate during the eruption, which scientists estimate will occur if the volcano follows historical patterns. Fissures estimated to be 1 to 2 miles, 1.6 to 3.2 kilometers long. The volcanic gases escaping from the vents, especially sulfur dioxide, are also dangerous. The USGS said it had opened shelters in Kailua Kona and Pahala due to reports of people fleeing themselves along the South Kona coast. The USGS said the eruption had migrated into a rift zone on the northeastern side of the volcano. The fracture zone is where the mountain rock is fractured and relatively weak, making it easier for Mensch and his wife, Ellie, ventured to film an eerie red glow over the island, watching as lava spilled down the side of the volcano. You can see it shooting into the air, over the edge of this depression, said Mensch. Currently it's only entertainment, but it's feared it could reach populated areas, he said. The USGS warned residents at risk of being hit by Mauna Loa's lava flows should review their eruption preparations. Scientists have been on high alert spike in earthquakes at the top of the volcano, which last erupted in 1984. Parts of the Big Island are under an ashfall warning issued by the National Weather Service in Honolulu, which says up to 1/4 inch, 0.6 centimeters, of ash could accumulate in some areas.
Ash fills the skies in Indonesia, forming a thick caustic cloud over Mount Semeru on the island of Java. Video from the country's Ministry of Environment and Forestry captured the explosive eruption on Saturday, a burst of ash shooting 15 kilometers into the sky. A sign for people living in the volcano's shadow, it's time to go. This man escaping on a motorbike, the ash caking on his face. He says he doesn't know where he's going, just somewhere out of the volcano's reach. Authorities say nearly 2,000 people have been evacuated from the slopes of the volcano, which is located about 800 kilometers southeast of Jakarta. The roads in the area packed with vehicles, rushing to outrun the volcanic ash that is still raining down. Emergency workers are directing people out of the danger zone, handing out masks and urging them to go to shelters.
is a Polynesian country in the South Pacific, about 400 miles southeast of Fiji. Officially known as the Kingdom of Tonga, it reigns over 171 tiny islands scattered over 270,000 square miles of ocean. Of the 104,000 people that live in the kingdom, 70% reside on the main island of Tonga Tapu. Tonga made national headlines in January of 2022 when Hunga Tonga Hunga Ha'apai, a massive submarine volcano, erupted off of its north coast. Now, while the eruption didn't send lava spewing across the Tonga Islands, it did send a powerful tsunami that inundated all 171 islands with water. As this video clearly shows, tsunamis don't have to be monster waves to cause a major problem. Our camera person stands safely on a rooftop as a 1.2-meter tsunami wave washes over the shore, crashing through a fence and floods their backyard. Water covers the entire coastline as the camera pans back and forth. Then, another wave crashes over the street, adding insult to injury. The Tonga eruption was not a good day for the kingdom. The tsunami knocked out communication and claimed 4 lives. Among them were 2 animal shelter owners who perished while trying to save their dogs. The Tonga tsunami didn't stop at the kingdom either. Waves made it all the way to Peru and California. According to scientists, the energy released by the Tonga volcano was equivalent to 61 megatons of TNT, more powerful than the Tsar Bomba, aka the largest nuke ever detonated.